evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Foxter, on the panel is Blue Star and Bridgeman. Evening, gentlemen.
Evening, Oxchair, evening, Bridgeman, evening, Fox, evening to all the Bears and Bluebells out there.
Can I say a big good evening to you guys on the panel? Huge good evening to the guys in the lobby, and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening, and welcome to Rangers Radio.
I think old Blue Star's got a catchphrase, Bridge.
You think so?
I think
all the Bluebells.
Or the Bears.
The Bluebells are blue.
The Bells and the Bluebells. You got a bit of competition, Bulging.
Sounds like it.
Aye, need to up your game. You think it'd be better if you went on mute more often, Bridge? What do you think?
Okay, aye, definitely.
How are you, old mate?
All right, pal. All right.
Aye. Yeah, you still a wee bit high after that performance.
Well, I'm still very happy and looking forward to the weekend. Yes, absolutely. Can't come quick enough now.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm sorry.
Well, during one,
Yeah, I'm quite confident they were going to do something against them, and we're due them. Yeah, it's quite early, as you say, and they're not going to have that much luck against us this time, you know. Oh. And if they do, then there's going to be a lot of blood. That's for sure. It's just going to be hack, and kick. That's how it's going to be. You know?
That's so the way they can play Blue Star.
Well, it seems that way. Yeah, just exactly what you're saying there, Oxford. We owe them one. They put us out of 2 cups, so it's only right that we carry on to the end of the season, and we want to win all our games, get our 3 points, and put them to bed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If this run continues, will you feel better or more frustrated, Blue Star?
A bit. Well, if I was being honest, Oxford, it'd probably be a bit of both. We know that the very fact that
it's a bit like being married, isn't it?
Yes. You'll notice that there's been hardly anything written in the press about that's it down to 9 points, simply because when it was double figures, that was like a kind of milestone round our necks. But that is it down to single points. So therefore, we've probably only got ourselves to blame that this word consistency, we've let ourselves down in games that, quite frankly, that we more than should have won by a considerable margin of goals, and yet we let ourselves go. I mean, how many times did we lose games that, quite frankly, we should have the game won by half time in quite a lot of games, not just 1 or 2. So we probably have. We've only got ourselves to blame, you know. And as you say, it's frustrating, very frustrating.
I'm reading some stats, Bridge, and you'll find this quite interesting. We've lost about half the goals as we lost this time last season, mate.
We have far better defence now, haven't we? Far better defence. I'm delighted with that stat, and I think most people would say that, although in places we're still quite poor, in our eyes, we're a far better outfit than we were last season for sure, defensively speaking. And it's nice to see, nice to be part of, you know. That. We want better, but we want better.
Yeah, we can improve, mate. If you I think we've lost something like 25 league goals. I'll check that out for you, Bridge. I know you're later. Just check that out. But I think the improvements there for all to see. But we want more, Blue Star.
Of course we do. We talk about there's been the word consistency, but you've also got to look at the fact that, as you've just reiterated, we have got better, but we've let ourselves down in certain games where we've just not been able to penetrate enough. But there's also a sense where you've just gave us stats here on our defensive duties. Is there a case in point that maybe in some games we should have held back maybe in our fullbacks, or do we always have to have our fullbacks really pushing? I know the game's all about scoring goals, but it's also about keeping them out. Is there a sense maybe in some games that we could have hung back a wee bit more and let the midfield try and penetrate more? Because I
keep going on about these 3 Hibs games, but were we winning in all 3 of the games?
Well, certainly in the last two, Ox, we should have had the games put to bed by half time.
But we were winning, and then as Bridge said, he'd take 1-0 every week. Oh, mate, wouldn't you?
Certainly, because it's that one goal wins us you 3 points, doesn't it?
Aye. So if we get that 25 down to what, I don't know, over the season, Bridge, 15 to 18, mate, you pick up their points.
Around about the 15's your target, yeah.
Aye,
you'd be doing very well.
You know, but and then you pick up more points because then. But I see a lot of positives and I feel frustration. I don't know if it's just me, Bridge. I don't know if you feel the same. When I look at the league and I look at the games and I even think back to the Old Firm game there. And even the last one where we get beat 1-0, yeah, we got it done in the first half, but they got a foul. There should have been a foul on Ryan Jack and they broke away and scored. And all these small margins have come back to bite us, Bridge, yeah?
Well, absolutely. I mean, we've complained bitterly to ourselves, of course, about these things. And so that I know that a lot of things go on about the referees and things like that, some dirty play in it. But it's the negative side of it is you don't get the fouls that you should be getting. And from those fouls, they spring an attack. And as sure as shooting, they actually severely threaten, or in fact score against us. And if the referees are on their job, or the referee and officials are doing their job properly, we wouldn't lose some of those goals. It's as simple as that. We just wouldn't lose some of those goals, and that could be a big help to us. However, we know what we're up against, and we can't complain too much because it's happening. It's there in front of our eyes.
Ox, going on that, would you say that maybe in some cases, it's not just a case of being unlucky. In some cases, we could maybe look at it another way. We've maybe had miraculous results in a sense, in the fact that if you take into our disciplinary record of the season, now apart from just we're sending off, obviously down to wee Alfredo, if you take those games in existence along with the amount of times that we did have other players sent off, goodness me, if we got that points difference down even from 9 points, how ironic is that in the case of, say we lost the league, for talking's sake, say it was 7-8 points maybe, that's less than 3 games, and yet look at the amount of games that we had players sent off, or we were down to 10 men and we were down to 9 men. How ironic is that? You would have to then look at it in overall terms and say to yourself, it's incredibly unlucky, because no other teams had that kind of disciplinary section. And I know some of that's down to us, but it's also down to exactly what Bridgeman's saying. Is it a case of being unlucky when we've seen some of the decisions that have went against us? That can't be luck half the time. There's more to it, and we all know that. So in that sense, we've made huge strides forwards. If we've got that down to less than a total of less than 3 games, when you take all that into account, quite frankly, the strides that we've taken forward, I'm speaking to myself here when I say this, we've actually been absolutely probably brilliant in a lot of cases, because we've had a new set of players, we've had basically a whole new squad, and yet look at the strides we've taken forward. If we can get that tally down to even less than 9 points, goodness me, that's telling, is it not?
Aye, interesting stuff, Bluestar. I think you sometimes you make your own luck. We've had some bad decisions go against us. I'm sure a lot of teams could put up a similar argument. The ones that annoy me, and we'll come to him, he played yesterday against Graham Dorrans, is the challenges, like the power challenges, Bridge. Well, anybody can make a bad challenge, but that he took Dorrans out of Ibrox, and then it was Ryan Jack with a high boot against Kilmarnock. I think it was the cup tie, actually. And how he never got a red card was a mystery for me. And
he didn't even get spoken to, did he?
No. Shocking.
You know what I mean? The things that's happened against the Rangers, some of the fouls, admittedly fouls are fouls. I've played football, everybody's played football, and sometimes you get caught with a mistimed tackle yourself, and nothing meant by it, and you catch up the opposition, and okay, stand up, put your hands up, say sorry, pal, and get on with the game. These things happen. I know that, and it sometimes happens to you, and you can accept it. But know the way it's been happening to the I'm sorry, know the way it's been happening to the Rangers, and this, shall we say, the sheer volume of them. I'll never forget that night when we were playing Hibs, and that boy, what's his name, the IRA man, jumped on Tavernier's back, and the referee he booked the two of them. I'm going like, what is that about? He actually jumped on Tavernier's back. Oh, come on. I'm still however, that's what the refs, and that's what they've been doing to us all the time now.
Stokes, that was last season.
Stokes, I know. I mean, we were in the Championship at the time. If you follow me,
that was the day Ryan Jack gets sent off.
That's correct. He did. Yes, and it was actually Stokes that caused that as well.
I mean, there's a lot of positives, but if anybody thinks different, Blue Star, it'd be interesting to hear from them.
Absolutely, and they can contact us in 0141 356 1972 and Old School in Foxhall. Certainly bring you in the calls.
He's been practicing, Bridge, isn't he?
He's trying.
Did you get an envelope for Fox? I think I might have got one and all, and they do get maybe about 245s, mate.
I don't think so.
I was feared to open it in case it was a telling off.
No, you'll get a raise. He always does that. What he does, he'll offer you a raise. Knock it back. It'll cost you money in the long run with a Bridge.
Aye. He does that all the time.
As Blue Star said, you can contact as well. It's
on Rangers Radio, and it's in 0141 356 1972, and you'll be brought in the call.
Where else can you join us, Bridge?
You can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online, and Foxy / Old School Blue. They'll look after you. They'll bring you in and look after you.
And the glamorous Tanya.
Oh, yes.
Yes, she's with one of the lads tonight. The glamorous Tanya. All right. I would say that some of the stuff, when we've been good, we've been 8 out of 10, but unfortunately, we've no ground out enough 1-0 wins, if that makes sense, Bridgeman.
You're absolutely right, pal. You know, the 0-0 draws, nearly every one that we've had, if you look back on it, and everyone in the lobby can look back on it and say, my God, we should have won that. And a wee 1-0, just score one goal and hold on to it at that time. Sometimes games are tough. Sometimes, even although we're playing well, we're just not penetrating properly or as good as we should be. But we're a far better team and we deserve a victory, and we just don't manage to put the ball in the net. And that's the criminal part. To me, it's unforgivable to do that. It's just unforgivable. I know it happens, but I always feel it's unforgivable to do that. And how can it happen to Rangers? How can it happen? God almighty.
Is that what we've got to learn, Blue Star? Or do you want us to get better and just steamroll our teams even more?
It's a bit of both, Oxchair. You've got to score goals to win games, but you've also got to keep them out. I mean, there's been quite a few. I don't know what the stats would be on the amount of games that maybe we get beat with the odd goal, or we let in the odd goal. The amount of draws, certainly we know the stats. We've just had far too many. Not many teams have beat us, but in the same sense, as we just said, that there was umpteen games where we were. The game should have been over and out by half time, and we just, as Bridgman said there, we just weren't penetrating enough. So is it a case of just scoring goals all the time? No, it's also about keeping them out.
I think we were saying a wee bit earlier there, we're far better far better able to handle these things now from a defensive perspective. But we still lose poor goals. That goal we lost against Hearts was a poor goal to lose. I know it was near the end and things like that, but it was only one goal. It didn't really matter. It matters. All of these things matter because it just kicks away. If we had beat Hearts 3-0 or 4-0 or 5-0 probably, which we might have deserved, then nobody could have argued, and we would have been really quite happy with that. Me, I'm no happy. God sake, listen to me. Of course I'm happy, but I'm no happy that we lost that goal. That was a silly goal to lose. Silly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously. And what that does is that stops your momentum and stops you turning a 3-0 victory into 5-0 bridge, if that makes
Absolutely.
sense. Yeah? Because what you see me do is, fine well, if there's 10, if you're coasting again 3-0 and you lose a goal 3-1, people become jittery. Because you can do all that good work. You can do one mistake and you're hanging on.
I've saw a lot of fights in dressing rooms because somebody's lost a stupid goal. Even at 3-0 up, you lose a stupid goal. There's a blame portion and it's heading whomever's way it is. And see in the dressing room, there's blue murder. Blue murder in the dressing rooms. It happens all the time.
How ironic would it be, guys, that we'll always hear the sayings, it's not how you start a league, it's how you finish. How ironic would it be that in these last 4 games that we keep piling in the goals? It would be interesting to see the stats on just how many goals we've maybe scored in the last 7-8 games compared to maybe midway through the season. You know what I mean? Maybe we were relying too much on Alfredo, and there wasn't we weren't just generating enough goals coming for the rest of the team.
I think to say that we were dependent
on the first caller evening. He wasn't with us last night. The one and only Fox is with us. How we doing, Fox?
How we doing? Good evening, guys.
All right, mate. I've not spoke to you. I know you were following that. I don't know if bounce game training match. What would you call it yesterday?
Oh, they had a bounce game yesterday, 4-4 result. I'm interested in what you have started the show with there. It has been a funny season, mate. I think the thing that cost us more than anything was the run in December, when we were really no scoring or playing that well. I didn't think we lost.
Get it up, Fox. I'll get it up and see exactly how we done. Well, Walker.
Well, I think what I can remember was Aberdeen beat us in that period. I think we drew with Dundee.
First game, 1st of December, we beat Hearts 2-1 to go top of the league. Then we lost to Aberdeen in the league on the Wednesday night. On the Saturday, we drew against 10-man Dundee. The second half was, I think, the worst we played all season. We then lost to Rapid Vienna 1-0. That was a goal that put us out, wasn't it, ultimately? Yeah. Then we beat Hamilton 1-0 at Ibrox, which wasn't great. St Johnstone away, 2 late Morelos goals. We didn't play well. 1 each against Hibs. We lost a very late goal. And then we beat the Mankey Mob 1-0. So the whole of December, Fox, 2, 3.
So we lost 7 league points, yeah.
4, 6, 8 goals we scored in 8 games, Fox, which isn't great, is it?
No, it is not.
When you consider 2 of them, one's against Hamilton, one's against Dundee.
And some of some of the games and all later on and through the league, mate, we were losing last-minute goals in games when we were in front. I mean, as Blue Star had said earlier on there, we couldn't hold out for the win. Probably most of the time chasing a second goal that we didn't need. And we get caught in the counter-attack, or else it was a late. I can remember, was it Motherwell? That was earlier on this season, in the 3-3 draw, I think it was. We lost in injury time.
Last kick of the ball. Last kick of the ball for a corner.
Yeah. So it's been a season where I think the attack has done its job. Obviously, Hiver for the highest scorers in the league. It's the defence that's let us down, and probably including in the defence, it's also the midfield, because they couldn't have been getting back to cover most of the times for own breakaways, etc. So,
but we have to lost a lot of goals, Fox.
I don't think in the league. I don't think we've been beaten with more than 1 goal, mate. We have outside it in other competitions. I think we've lost more goals than that. But I think in the league itself, we've only been beaten by the odd goal.
Mm-hmm.
So,
anyway, we've also been joined by JFK. Evening, JFK.
Evening, guys. How are you today?
Evening, Jimmy.
Interesting conversation.
How's the garden? How's the garden?
Oh, the garden's looking good today, mate. Just I was at the optician today. I've got bad eyesight as we do when we get older. I'm going to get an old cataract done again in the left eye.
Are you thinking about opening a garden up and doing cream teas or something, JFK?
Ah, no cream teas, mate. Mine's just barbecue and land like wine, mate.
Oh, yeah, that could be popular. That could be popular.
Oh, I spent an hour and a half this morning in the opticians. What a blooming place that is. But apart from that, everything's honky-dory, guys. Hope you're all keeping well. Good conversation. Points that were dropped, silly points. The one that really sticks in my throat was the night Aberdeen beat us 1-0 Ibrox. Another one for me was the Boxing Day game when we were coasting it, and then all of a sudden had to score in the last seconds, basically, last kick of the ball. Remember that was a disaster. The result. So I was shot ourselves in the foot. Dundee in December, I know. Remember they drew one. I think you said about that. That was a terrible one for us. I mean, we beat Hearts at the very start of December.
And beat Shelley at the very end of it.
And beat Shelley at the very end, aye. In between that, memory serves me right, we played
St Johnstone, Jimmy.
Aye. We beat St Johnstone. Obviously, with the Rapid Vienna game in between that as well. So, December, we won the first one and the last one that mattered for me. But in between that, it was all a mishmash. And then we know what happened in January after we come back, in Kilmarnock. And, no. So, I mean, we threw it away, but no, there's no getting away with it. If we don't win it, which it doesn't look like we're going to, but we'll keep on hoping. But, just going back to February, I know, against St Johnstone at Ibrox, that was another poor result. That was one of the worst games I've ever
That was the worst time.
Aye. So, if buts and maybes, but these don't win us games, we've got to put the ball in the net. And we have been doing that the last 3 games, 9 goals in 3 games. So, we all these sheep people in Sunday are doing.
Big time.
You them one, big time. And let's hope Saturday will take care of itself, whatever happens at the Dome. And then we'll take it from there. But no matter what happens on Sunday, we'll enjoy it as Gers fans. So, we shot ourselves massively in the foot, guys. I agree with you there.
The one I was most disappointed with was actually the Kilmarnock game at Ibrox. I was overseas on holiday, and I was in the Ibrox bar in Tenerife watching it. And I just got there, and we scored.
Stop bombing.
And we went into to get a drink. By the time I got the drink, with 5 minutes, they scored, and they scored a fabulous goal. That boy, him is supposed to be coming to us. What a great goal he scored against us. So what I was going to say was, a lot of the goals that we've lost, you could expect them to be wee scrambling ones. I think, no, there've been a lot of cracking goals. Well scored, Disappointing.
You've been joined by a caller, Ox.
Evening, caller.
Hi, Ox. It's Old Bear here.
How we doing,
Old Bear.
Old Bear.
How you doing, guys? 4 games to go, we'll win the league.
Yeah, you were the man, mate.
4 games to go, you will win the league, mate.
Yeah, by the way, see if they don't win. If they don't win against Kilmarnock, I'm telling you, I've said it for the last couple of weeks now. The bottles will start crashing, and there'll be blood. There'll be blood lying in the streets.
Man, they've imploded. Trust me, they've imploded. They're crap. Their bottle's gone, mate. Totally gone. We're winning this league. Trust me. There's no chance. There's no one.
Well, obviously, I'm saying it would be nice if it could happen. I know it's like an impossible task. We know how far we've come and so on and so forth, and we know how far away we are now. We need to keep going ourselves. Win every game. Everything that comes in front of us, we've got to win it. Simple as that. If we don't win it, then we're all saying, here, you take the league now.
No fear, mate. We're winning all the games. Don't worry about that. It's home and dry. I'm telling you, 55 is there.
I love it.
What a man. It's just like you knocking in the way you knock in these 20-foot putts all better, isn't it?
Oh, aye. Aye, shut, mate. This is shooty and stuff now.
Aye, shut.
I mean, how do you go on? How do you find it when you get the windmills and all that in your way? Do you find that helps, or do you find it thunder?
I just get right through them, mate. I just get right through. The Rangers are doing it now. You just get right through them. Listen, Dave, I'm not reviewing the season yet because it's not done. There's 4 games to go and we'll win this league. So, but up to now, we're in the position now, in my opinion. It's not a day with months. In my opinion, it's 12 games. It's 6 games against Kilmarnock and 6 games against them. That's why you're in. That's why the season's sitting where it's sitting at the moment, out the cups and 9 points behind them. If we'd have won the 12 games, 14 games in total against them 2 teams, I'm telling you, you could have even won a treble. That's how close it was.
What, Kilmarnock?
No, we've played Kilmarnock, 6 times now? And we've played Aberdeen 6 times now.
But it's Aberdeen that's put us out the cups.
Aye, I know what I'm saying. That's why our season's sitting now. But they put us out the 2 cups and took points off us in the league, and Kilmarnock took points off us in the league. So if you look at these, just the 12 games.
We're here actually ruining. It's not ruining, but ruining the shall we say, the games that we should have managed to get a goal and hold on to it because we were well ahead of them opposition. No, we don't. We either fail to score or they score a silly goal to equalise. Just like I was saying about Kilmarnock, not a silly goal, silly for us, but a really good goal for them, smashing goal. And that boy Greg Stewart scored against us. I couldn't believe it. I just could not believe it. Fantastic.
I was like say, see, Defoe was, in my mind, Defoe was signed to score 6 to 12 goals between when he signed and the end of the season. It's the right 6 to 12 goals. It's not just any old 6 to 12. It's the right 6 to 12 goals. The trouble is the boy wasn't fit. See, if he was fit when he came to us, by the way, it's been a different picture completely because that's what he does. He scores look, we Nacho used to score the important goals. Didn't score hundreds of goals, but he scores the important goals. And to me, that's a sign of a real class striker that knows when to score and what game to score and the right goal to score. He's
certainly come in. He's certainly come in and been a great replacement for Morelos because a lot of the Bears didn't think. Now. Sorry,
he's up to speed now. He's fit.
I'm saying that he's been a smashing replacement for Morelos. And the truth of the matter is, Morelos might struggle to get back into the team for a wee while. You know.
I don't think there's enough about it, Bridge. I think the boy's going to struggle to get in the team. And I'm the old school. I'm the same as Jimmy. I'm the old school. When the team stays on, as far as I'm concerned.
Defo, yep.
And that's no counting Oxtail's favourite one. That's no counting the games against Hibs as well. How many games against them by half time should the game have been well wrapped up, and yet we didn't get the points?
The strange thing about
that last game last season when it was fucking 5 each or something like that, just ridiculous.
The difference between the Hibs games and the Kilmarnock and Aberdeen games is all bear rightly points to us. The Hibs games we should actually have won the games.
Yeah.
The Kilmarnock and Aberdeen games we were stinking.
And let's not forget an Aberdeen semi-final and we played without a striker in the park. We never even had. We played with.
Sorry, mate.
We never even had a striker all bear. We played with a guy Sadiq that hadn't even pulled our jersey on.
That's what I'm saying. That's how close all this was, by the way. You're looking at that and you're going like, see if you win, just forget about the Hibs and all that. I mean, that's important. I'm not saying they're not important, but they 12 games, you win the 12 games. The whole season is completely different. Now, that's what, out of 50 games or something. The whole season is different. So that's how close it was. And you never get slaughtered in any of the games. Let's be honest about it. It was just a silliness and bad performances and then no scoring that vital goal when you need it. But that's football, isn't it? That's just football. But the season's not done yet, by the way. We're still fighting for a league here.
Anyway, we've also been joined with George. Evening, George.
How you doing, boys? You all right?
Hi, George.
All right, George.
It's good to hear he's all quite positive tonight. Ox, I might be a bit confused here, Ox, but see last week when... Was it just last week?
Because we're all being positive, George.
Aye. Well, last week Dave King made his statement, and I agreed with what Dave King said. I think the main point was improvement had been made and things like that. And a lot of people didn't agree, but a lot of people sort of thought that Dave King was just buttering us up. Since that statement's really been made, we've gained 3 points, and our biggest rivals have basically dropped 2 points. I mean, so is that what it takes for us to be upbeat? I mean, or was Dave King right all along? Because I quite believe in what Dave King was saying last week. A lot of people seem to think it was just he was buttoning us up to get our season ticket. My opinion is I didn't think he had to do that at all. I think we've had a good season. I think we've had one of the frustrating seasons where we could have done a lot better. But I agree with what our chairman said last week. I can't remember who was it said that didn't agree with him, but I agree with what our chairman said last week. I think we've made big improvements and a lot to look forward to.
George, it only happens in this country, by the way.
When you go,
That's right, old bear. You're right.
Right. Wait, this only happens in this country. Dave King comes out, right, and he's trying to sell season tickets. We don't know that. That Michael Stewart's coming out saying utter rubbish, and he's insulting the Rangers supporters' intelligence. Who's insulting the Rangers supporters' intelligence? Is that Michael Stewart coming out with a statement like that? Does he not think we realise what Dave King's doing? Of course, and that's his job to do that. But Dave King gets slaughtered for it in the press, and the usual pundits slaughter him. That chairman and that Clark, Kilmarnock, they come out and cut down the location of the allocation of the Rangers support. They're wanting a half empty, if no a 2/3 empty stadium, and they get praised for it. One chairman's trying to fill stadiums, another one's trying to empty stadiums, and the one that's trying to empty stadiums is getting the praise. You couldn't make this up now. It's only this country this happens. It's madness, total madness. But anyway, Dave King's right, by the way. Say that again, mate.
Are you saying there's an agenda?
Aye, it's a secret, man. No, I mean, we're not supposed to know about it. No, I mean,
He's all right.
Can I give it an ox?
No, I only go, Bridge.
It was just to say what Albert was saying there about Clark and the statements that come out. That's the second statement that boy Clark's made. The first one was against Rangers after they get pumped, and this time it was against Aberdeen when they get pumped, blaming the referee this time. Before that, it was the big bad Rangers fans singing bad words to him when his team were crap. Now, I'm not being funny when I say this. This guy, I think, if the authorities get it right and get their heads together and get it right, he may never ever be in charge of them again. Kilmarnock in the football page, he might get a 10-game ban. And that'll just throw him right out. They'll just run away. They'll just run away down to England. That's what I think.
I would give him a life ban in Scotland, to be honest with you, mate.
Well, he might do that himself, if he goes away,
I'll be honest.
What he said was disgraceful. Absolutely. I hate referees.
Bridgman, I'll be really honest with you. Some of the decisions did look a wee bit iffy at the weekend, but what I will say is that a professional football manager, and the word professional in capital P, shouldn't be doing that in public to an official. He should be able to make his complaint through the proper channels. He shouldn't be using the media. That's my opinion. Because referees is a difficult task. I'm not saying we've had some stinkers this year, and you're entitled to speak to a referee or complain, but I think when you do it like that, you just look like a sore loser, in my opinion.
And that's what he was, Oxdear.
Oh, so he comes out there and he says that in his professional career, that's the worst the refereeing display he's ever seen. Somebody ought to buy him a season ticket for Ibrox and tell him to come along and watch what we're watching.
By the way, he's been to Ibrox and his team have been part of the terrible decisions against the Rangers. He only moans when he's getting beat him. Only opens his mouth when he's getting beat.
Don't start me on referees, by the way. I've got a whole gambit of ideas about referees, by the way.
Oh no.
No, I'm not going about it, but I've got a better idea how to solve this problem, by the way. That is a problem.
Special, you can have a slot for your conspiracy series.
Albert, ask you guys a question. Well, do you think that Clark will get the Scotland manager's job now?
He didn't want it, mate. He's distanced himself. What do you think all this carry-on's about? He's distanced himself. He was feared case he actually got offered it. He came out with a statement saying, they didn't offer me the last time, I don't see them offering me this time. Then he makes sure he wasn't going to get it. He came out with that statement on Saturday.
Oh, Bear, you know what Joby's touting for?
I know, exactly, Jimmy. We all know what it is.
We know what Joby's touting for. He has been all season, he's distanced himself, you're right. He's not wanting the Scotland job, he's wanting a puddle drinker's job, So that's what he's wanting to do. His comments were crass.
He doesn't care who he throws to the wolves to get it either.
No, I know. They carried on when our fans were giving him the wee ditty. He didn't like that, and the headlines it made was ridiculous. And other things that happened to your team and manager getting into the dome a few weeks ago was disgusting. And yet I get very little mention in the paper. But he comes out with silly rants and he's getting it all the time. He's welcome. I'd take him or Popcorn as next manager, because then the two of them are useless. So we'll see what happens. But 55's alive, guys. That's all we need to remember.
Right. I was talking to a Kilmarnock fan about the sectarian singing, and he's saying to me, he's saying it's ridiculous. You ought to give that up. I went, listen, mate. Pakistan and India were throwing bombs and shooting bullets there about 2 months at each other. I says, would you not prefer their two armies to stand at the border singing sectarian songs at each other rather than shooting each other? All we're doing is singing a daft song. It's a song. A couple of daft words. It's nonsense.
Sticks and stones will break your bones.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
Aye, 100%, mate, 100%. But it's coming ridiculous. But obviously, the comments he made were way below the belt, bringing family members into it. So, but it'll be interesting to see what kind of punishment he gets. But I'm with Ox at Albert there. I think he's done it for two reasons. He's a bad loser, and he wants to distance himself for the job for the thing with the tartan trannies. So we'll see what happens in the coming months now. But me personally, I don't really care because I don't support him anyway. So
I don't think they would take him. I don't think even they would take him. He's a time bomb.
But the trannies are the pedos.
The pedos.
You think so?
I don't think they would take him. I don't think Scotland will go for him now anyway.
I think so. Well, that doesn't really bother me. I mean, I would have him or Lennon as their manager. That wouldn't bother me because, as I said last night, excited about next season. More excited about next season than this season. Big disappointment in some of the results we got, but the European journey was a great journey. But I'm looking forward to next season. I think the gaffer will strengthen. And whether that's with Fred or no, or time will tell. But I'm really looking forward to next season. I think that they'll shit themselves next season when they see the Rangers that come out to see them next year. So I'm looking forward to that, guys.
How many people were at for Park on Saturday? Was there 15,000, 16,000 there? When I was, I lost
16,000 at other games.
I lost count after 35 Oaks, yeah.
Brilliant.
I know.
Where are the fans? Sell out Saturday, sell out Sunday.
How are they going to keep 25, 30,000 away from Kilmarnock for Helicopter Sunday?
I'll tell you what, I think that I honestly think that Kilmarnock are hoping that it actually happens because they will eventually. They'll get rid of the other fans and put Rangers fans in there. They will, for sure. You're not going to take a business. A business head says you've got to do it if it's there. A chance it's there, you're going to take it. This planning they've got is backfiring them everywhere.
Let them get on with it. Football wise, I think we're going to be a good team. We're a good team now. It just needs a wee bit of tweaking.
We're working motion, working progress, mate. Yeah.
Definitely. But I mean, as George has said there, he's pleased to come on here tonight, and we're all being positive, and we're positive because Blue Noses are always positive. The journey we've come through in the last 7 years, we can't be any more but positive. So let's bring it on, guys. Let's go ahead with them and let's see what happens. Square go the new.
Bridgeman.
Yeah, what can I say? I'm all for it.
Go.
Aye. Whatever it takes, really and truly, whatever it takes. I just think the way we've come on, particularly the last few games there, where performance has been excellent, and I'm afraid that I dare say Kent may not have a bit high task to get into our team. I dare say we maybe get a place in our team now. But I don't think Alfredo will be able to walk in unless the manager makes a a big change of mind. I think that the wee fella there is doing it. Defoe is really doing well, and he's a wee secret assassin type guy. He sort of worms his way in, and that's probably the best type of players to have against the Aberdeen Mongols. Telling you, that's probably the best one they could have.
Can I just come in there, Ox? I didn't want to steal it. You're 100% there, Bridge. You know what I'm fearful is that if he does bring Fred back in, and we all know what would happen. You know, it'd be the same old story. We would all be shouting and hoping that he's not going to get sent off or booked early on and that. So let's not put him in that position. And as me and Albert have been saying, look, it's no broken, so don't try and fix it. 9 goals in 3 games without Fred. It's his fault that he's not there. So let's go on with it on Sunday. Play the same team. I agree with you in the fact that
can't play. I don't think Fred can play on Sunday anyway.
No, I'm not
playing Sunday.
No, he can't play on Sunday. But what I'm saying is that after that, if he's no if he's available to play, then to me he shouldn't play. Because I think Jermaine Defoe's done enough.
If we beat Aberdeen on Sunday, quite frankly, Steve, our manager doesn't have the. He's got the right, but he really shouldn't be starting with Alfredo. Absolutely, 100% not. If we beat Aberdeen on Sunday, that would be 4 games in the trot. That they two guys.
Blue. When we beat Aberdeen.
Right, but you know what I'm saying. When we beat Aberdeen on Sunday, their manager, in my opinion, would be 100% wrong, because if the 2 guys up front are scoring goals, which they have been, and they're going to be.
He's not playing for us anymore.
Who?
Two guys.
But if they're scoring
I
the
wish
goals,
he was.
If they've been scoring the goals, and if they score them again on Sunday, then he's got to, the following game again, he's got to start with him. Alfredo could certainly come on as a sub, yes, but there's no way he should be starting again. Not a chance.
I can't believe this, mate. You wouldn't play a guy that scored 29 goals this season.
No.
You wouldn't change the 3. Keep Defoe in the team as the front man and put Morelos in Candia's place. You wouldn't do that.
No, if they're winning Sunday, no. You shouldn't be changing a winning team. Bring them on if they're not doing the business in the following game, certainly. But
we let you on here, didn't we?
You start the game with your winning team.
We let you on here.
Yeah, of course you did. But then you're starting.
We were a winning team every night. We let you on.
But we're talking about football here.
Surely the Rangers support.
There's 2 arguments to that flip coin, isn't there? You always get it in all levels of football, for amateur level right up to the top. If your best player might have been playing, you might have scored more goals if he wasn't suspended or injured.
Yeah, but the fact is, it was his own doing it.
If you want to teach him a lesson, that's a different thing. If you're thinking
well, okay. Should the manager teach him a lesson then?
And then you've got the double-edged sword. Is that the benefit or is it to the hindrance of the team? You know.
Well, at the moment, it's not to the hindrance of the team because they're winning games.
Oh, but let's also put it in perspective. We played a team, Hearts. They weren't great. What's been my best performance out of the 3 has maybe been the Hearts one at home, innit?
Yeah.
And we played Hearts twice, so we're polished off quite easily. They'll be great, but if we go and win 3 or 4-0 on Sunday, and the team play the football that they have been playing, there's questions to ask whether you bring somebody back in. But at the moment,
that's what I'm saying, though. It's on Sunday's result. If Rangers go out and pump them on Sunday, then in my opinion, the manager would be wrong then to start with Alfredo in the following game. No doubt about it, because we haven't beaten them in the games that scouted with them.
There's only one way to decide this question, isn't there, Bridgman?
Aye, won it on Sunday.
Get the survey going.
Get the survey going. So, should Alfredo start after his suspension? Yes. or no? Round the panel, keep it brief. Albert.
No thanks. No for me, mate. It's winning teams things on.
It's an easy.
No.
Right,
No.
that's it. Just think back to all your old girlfriends. George Logan.
No for me, Ox, no.
Oh, Fox.
100% yes.
Is that you having? Are you playing your joker on this one?
I'm playing my joker on it.
All right. JFK.
100% no.
Oh, are you playing your joker?
Yep.
Oh dear, this could be fallouts here, Bridge. What you going for, Bridge?
I'm going for a no on that.
I know. Blue Star, you've not made up your mind, have you?
Aye, a definite no.
Oh, Fox is a bit lonely. I'll go for a yes just because Fox is lonely.
No,
Right,
don't go. No, don't do that, mate. I just don't understand why. Okay,
what's the lobby saying?
he's been
3
having
yeses in the lobby and the rest of them no.
well, they're all right.
No, you get 3 yeses.
Look, you need to look at it. You need to look at it.
They think
Hold
it's
on.
independence referendum.
Hold on. You need to look at it the other way. If Morelos hadn't been suspended, we wouldn't have changed the system to the system we've got just now, mate. That doesn't mean that he can't fit into that system. And you also need to remember, he's provoked first most of the time. Okay, he's been a bad failure at holding back his temper, but it doesn't take away from what he offers to the team when he's on the park.
Right, okay, right.
People have all got short memories.
Yeah,
We're all going on earlier on about how this has been a dismal season. Well, how dismal would it have been if Morelos wasn't playing at all?
Oh, and you come JFK?
If splits and maybes, as you're saying, Fox, but if
29 goals, Jimmy,
I know, right, okay, right, we'll go to the other side of the coin. If he does come back, and if he does the same again, whether he's provoked or no, and he gets sent off, who's a bad man then? The referee, Stephen Gerrard, for bringing him back?
Correct.
What do you do there, mate? So, for me, as I've always said, it's no broken. So why fix it? We're winning. It's Fred's fault. I know some of his suspensions haven't been his fault, but he's contributed to that. So then he's paying the price now. And if you're saying to me, and again it's all ifs, Fox, what if on Sunday Jermaine Defoe scores a hat-trick against Aberdeen, right? And in the following week, right, we play Hibs at Ibrox, okay? Would you drop Jermaine? No, look, would you drop Jermaine Defoe?
No.
And bring Fred in? Who would you drop then?
I'd drop Candias and put Morelos in his place.
No, I can't see that happening. But I might be wrong, but I can't see that. I think it's going to be a straight swap for Defoe. And I think if he played Morelos, it would go back to the way that Fred. And don't get me wrong, the way Alfredo plays, he can actually take 2 or 3 players out the game. I understand that because that's the work rate that he puts in. But for me, the man in the jersey, the new is Jermaine Defoe, pole position, and he should stay there until such a time as he makes a mistake that allows the manager to pull him out. And it's still 100% no for me.
Jimmy, can I come in on that, Ox, there?
Aye, of course you can.
That's the reason why I was saying that our manager he's got a big headache on his hands, as most managers do when they've got 2 players who are really good and are good assets to have in the side. The way the team's playing now, I think even Morelos would struggle in his mind to get a game. He might come on. He might be on the bench and come on just to see how he reacts to the game, providing we're doing all right. But I don't think our manager will start him. I think our manager's found a wee system that's running for him and with good players. And I like the way the guy Defoe is doing the business and Stephen Davis is doing the business as well. There's a huge difference between them playing in January or February and now they're playing really well.
We won the game against Aberdeen on Sunday. There is no way Stephen Gerrard will start with Jermaine Defoe in the following game against Hibs. That won't happen. It'll only happen if we don't win the game on Sunday.
Nobody's saying about taking Defoe out the team.
I know they're not. I'm not talking about Defoe. I'm talking about the overall team. If the team performance on Sunday is good and they win the game, then he won't change it against Hibs. Defoe,
that's what we're saying.
Morelos would be and should be on the bench. It doesn't start.
Look, it doesn't matter what we say, really. All I'm saying is it's a really good headache that the manager's got. We've got players that are really playing well. We've got a slight difference of opinion as to who we should be playing. Fox is absolutely right, and very few teams they'd be clapping their hands at their best scorer and most effective player for most of the season is coming back from a ban. Let's get him straight in. We don't. Maybe we get the luxury there. Maybe our manager get a luxury. He doesn't need to do that, and he can just ease him in. That's all. I don't know what he's going to do. Of course, I've got no idea. But whoever he puts out, I'm going to support them anyway. I really don't care in that sense. But I get it.
Interesting debate. Fox, you've argued well. I feel like this is like room 101 now, isn't it? Who we put in? I think to have a real goal threat for two positions is a worthy argument you put up, Fox.
You can't keep somebody out of a team that's scoring 29 goals, mate. There's no another manager. There's no another manager in Britain would keep out their top striker when he's fit and available.
Aguero. At Man City doesn't start all his games, even when he does score.
But that's for tactical reasons for him, mate.
Well, that's a different thing, Fox.
We haven't got the luxury of having another team to pick for, mate. We've only got a few good players that we could swap out of our team. We haven't got the luxury. We've not got the luxury of the choice that Man City have got, mate.
We know that, Fox, but the game's about winning games, and so far the team he's been playing without Alfredo's been winning games, and if that continues on Sunday, then the following game, he keeps that same formation, the same team, and the wee man's on the bench to bring on if we're struggling. But you don't change the winning team if they're continuously winning games. That's crazy.
So if we're struggling, then you take off Defoe and bring Morelos on. Is that what you're saying?
You take somebody off, aye.
So what's the difference with changing it for the starting? Candias hasn't contributed to the teammate. And how do we know
that they're at the top of the league? We're not at the top of the league because we keep using the same word, consistency. The consistency is quite simple. We've not put on a powerful run enough of winning games. Therefore, the games we're winning now have been continuous. We've got 3. If we win on Sunday, that's 4 games in the trot. You don't change that team to suit any player, never mind Morelos or no matter who it is. If you've got a winning formula, that's who you start with.
Fox, you're putting up a decent case now, but we're coming into the ifs, buts and maybes. If Alfredo wasn't there, the goals that he scored. But then at the same token there, you're saying about Candias. If Candias hadn't whipped that ball in for Katic, we wouldn't have scored. If Candias hadn't laid the ball off to Kent, we wouldn't have, Jack, we wouldn't have scored. So we can't be going in ifs, buts and maybes. We know what Alfredo's done, and nobody's more proud of what Alfredo's done than myself and yourself and all the blue noses here. But I keep saying it's no broke, so don't try and fix it. Leave the team the way it is. Don't start this tinkering. I hate managers that tinker with the team. And I'm with Blue Star. If we win on Sunday, or when we win on Sunday against the Sheep, right, then Alfredo the next week should get a bench.
All right, I've listened to the arguments, and that's it. I've listened to the arguments.
101.
I'm sorry, I have to go with Fox. Only because he pays the wages. No, but I mean, it's great that we've got this debate. Think about it. If Defoe had flopped, Fox, and I know you're saying they're not taking Defoe to the team, but if Defoe had flopped, because he has not just scored goals, he's played well as well.
Oh, team is up.
We wouldn't be talking about this, which is a good thing for the team, the squad.
It's like saying, it's like saying if we'd had Defoe at the start of the season, Morelos might not have been playing. You can't go in ifs and buts.
You'll never know that, will you?
Exactly. It's enough, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
How many assists has Morelos provided this season, mate?
59.
What?
Oh, let's be honest. Many assists for goals
Oh,
as
it's
Morelos.
quite, more loads and loads of assists. Loads
Folks,
and loads and loads.
That's what I mean.
No, but
saying, mate.
compare him to Candidates. Now we've changed the formation where we've got a narrow three up front now
Yeah.
instead of the two wide men. And Morelos on the right hand side for me is on. That's simple, mate. You take him out and bring it in. Take Candidates out and bring Morelos in.
I don't think Morelos would be able to play that position or that well, Fox. I think he's looking for the starlight. He's looking for the goals, and that's his game. And we know what he does. He can pull 2 or 3 players with him and assist for goals. I 100% agree with that. But I don't think with him and Defoe up there, I don't think he'll be able to complement it. I think he wants to be the goal scorer.
He's never had them in a 2. Anyway, we've been joined by a caller.
How we doing, guys? Tim 115. Not been on for a wee while. Good healthy argument tonight. But I think that the biggest significant thing in the team over the last few weeks is Catting and Golston back playing together again. The kind of form that we showed at the start of the season where we didn't look as if we were going to ship goals.
Brilliant point, pal. Brilliant point.
Yeah.
That gave us a foundation to go and win comfortably for you.
Well, it has through the last few weeks because I think the two of them have been absolutely solid. I thought in Saturday there at Tynecastle, thought it was pretty. I watched Stephen Davis and Katic every time the boy get put up to that big boy up front, Ikepeza, whatever his name is. Stephen Davis just took a step in front of him, and Katic came right in the back of him. The big guy never won a ball. I probably meant 90% of the time, the whole game, because the thing with that tactic against him. I thought the team have been looking so refreshed there the last few weeks. And my take on the Morelos thing is, I wouldn't bring him back in now.
No.
Yeah.
You're by the way, you're based on
breaking
what
up
we've
there,
been told.
caller.
I'm saying that, but watch what you're saying in here,
kidding.
because a lot of people don't want to hear that.
That'll be me getting barred.
No, not at all, mate. Not at all.
Nah, so saying, I think the Katic and Golston partnership has been very, very significant.
Andy's also scored goals. Big Katic's been great in the air.
With Katic, I put that one in at Big Warrell was too nice at Parkhead.
Exactly. Oh.
Everything in the net, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I tell you what, he loves it when he scores a goal, doesn't he, the big fella? He really likes scoring a goal.
Oh, you like
I
scoring.
think he shows a bit of passion. I think at the end of the day, Joe Worrell's no real player and Katic is, and maybe the guys begin to feel a wee bit more wanted again.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think he had some personal problems, to be perfectly honest with you, and it was a blight on his form, to be honest. And he's maybe managed to go over them, and he's came back onto a bit of form, and it's
Guys,
shown on the pitch.
Can I ask you the take on the Gerrard, kind of wee bit on the Rangers side today regarding that for each game the other day there? I think it's very, very significant by his comment.
I'll tell you what we'll do for you. We'll have a tune. We'll come back on, then we'll play the interview. How's that grab you?
Fantastic.
Right, get yourself some music,
Right.
and we'll have a tune. I think Fox is going to sing live tonight. So get yourself on mute, and this should be quite entertaining. Mrs. Bridge, enjoy that one, Bridge?
Absolutely.
You know,
pal.
don't I put them up away here? I'm marching up down the living room here.
Oh, we'll get you a real stick sent to our GM.
Yeah, I thought I was back at bond practice, yeah.
Hey, Jim, I'll throw you my mace, pal. I was just throwing it about air magic.
I've just broke down my wife's chandeliers.
With the crystal.
I'm going to do the banners, mate. Can it be?
Right, get yourself in mute. We'll hear from Stephen Gerrard, and I know Fox has got some views on some of the players that played yesterday in the bounce game. So don't mind, lads, get yourself in mute.
You played a bounce game against Liverpool's under-23s yesterday. Why did you want to do that? What was the idea behind that?
Well, I think it's a couple of different reasons, really. The first one is to obviously give people game time who maybe haven't played as much, and we want to try and keep them as sharp and as fit as possible for the run-in. And the other big reason, is to have a look at some young talent that have been, doing really well in the reserves or doing really well in the 18s. Give them an opportunity to be around the first team lads and see whether they can cope playing against good players at Ibrox. So it was a very useful game, and probably learned more in that 90 minutes about the players than I have done all season, because it was a game of two halves. First half was an embarrassment, and the second half was fantastic. So it was a very useful exercise for different reasons, but in terms of us as a staff, we learned so much about the players individually yesterday.
The difference was that you put on a lot of the younger players that you just mentioned in the second half. How impressed were you by their attitude and their application?
I think you'd expect that with young kids. I think you'd expect them to come in and, it's a much bigger opportunity for them because they're desperate to impress, so you always know they're going to run around and work hard and give you the stuff that shouldn't really be up for debate, which is hard work, desire and commitment. But what impressed me the most was they never had any fear. It was almost like, yeah, okay, the opportunity's there and I'm going to grab it. And the four youngsters, all 17, 18 years of age, took their opportunity, and it was great to see. They entertained. It was just great to watch them. It was good fun watching them.
How crucial are those players in the academy in terms of what you're trying to build here and the model that Rangers has to have?
Well, there's no point having an academy if you're not going to give opportunities to players. But having said that, in my position, the message to all the academy staff is get them ready, because I can't play players with just talent. They have to be ready from a physical point of view, they have to be ready from a mental point of view. Talent will only get them so far. But as someone who's been through an academy system, who's worked in an academy system, and also being a fan, I understand what it means for the Rangers fans to have their own local players coming through and being produced. But my job is a very precious job. It's one of the probably most precious jobs out there. So I can't take risks or risk us not getting the right results because I'm playing too many youngsters or playing youngsters that are not ready. So I can't just play on talent. They have to be ready in every department.
There's two youth finals coming up. The reserves could win the league. So are you therefore seeing those boys who you want on the fringes being produced in the way that you want?
I think the guys are doing a good job at the academy. Winning the reserve league and winning the youth cup, I don't want this to come out the wrong way, but it's not the priority for me. It's where's the next Ross McCrory? Where's the next Glenn Middleton? Because they're the players that are going to help us achieve things with the first team, and that's priority. If along the way we manage to win a reserve league or win a youth cup, great, good for the kids, good experience to win and getting them used to winning, that's all fantastic. But my priority is who's next? Who's next? Because it saves the board an awful lot of money, having to go out and buy people or loan people. So, the constant message from first team down is who's next?
I like that. The constant message. If you're doing the business,
fantastic attitude, by the way, isn't he?
Funny to tell people who you are. Some people in the lobby never picked up who you were. Let people know who you are.
It's Jim 115. Still here, mate.
Jim. I'm enthused when I listen to Stephen Gerrard talk. he talks. I think first and foremost, he talks common sense, mate. Can you come, Jim?
Aye, fantastic. As I said, I think he's got the right attitude, and I think he knows what it's all about. This, I think that's the thing is the goal thing again is, man. We've let that mob after this season, haven't we?
We know that, mate. We know that. Well, I'm sure when we review the show, we talk the season after the games are finished. We'll be Albert might be right. You never know. I hope he is. He's very, very confident in the Albert. Would you get 100-1, wasn't it?
33-1. 33-1.
But you still think we'll do it?
Of course we'll do it. I don't think so.
Honestly, do you think so?
I'll put money on it. I don't think so. I know so. 55's coming home today, this week.
Hope we're getting a wee cyber drink after the end of the season, mate.
There you go. Oh, well, the drinks are on me.
Don't worry, at 11 o'clock to come and get him, put him back in his room.
Sorry, I'll pick you up my taxi wherever you stay.
Oh, is that a promise?
That's a promise. That's a freebie. I'll be a freebie on him.
Oh, Jim, don't be saying that on here. You get a lot of offers.
That's not a problem, bro.
Fox will bear that. He's had a lot of offers. Well, worthwhile exercise. Fox, you've got the team that started yesterday.
Well, it's kind of patchy, really, mate.
Yeah,
but I'm led to believe it's Ford and goal. Polster, McCauley, Worrell and Barisic. A middle three of Halliday, Dorans and Koulibaly. And up front, I think, was Grezda, Lafferty and Morelos, mate. The four young players that came on were Dapo Mabudi, Kai Kennedy, the young boy had such a good time here in the Middle East when we played in the Alcast Cup, Josh McPake and Glenn Middleton, mate. I believe Madubi scored 2, I think, in Middleton, and scored another one, and maybe McPake. I'm not sure, mate. I'm not 100% sure.
So the youngins showed the audience how to do it.
I think what he was really talking about there was a lot of them went out with a rank mentality, mate. And I think it's players that we will only see at Ibrox next year. And among them, I would probably say, obviously, McCauley will go. Worrell's leaving. I think Barisic, I'm beginning to wonder about his attitude to the game. Halliday will probably stay. I would expect his attitude to be good. Graham Doran's returning for injury. Don't know. Morelos
did he leave
played.
Wallace or on? Sorry, folks.
No, he did not.
Didn't he?
No, that I know.
Sorry,
Lafferty, who for me can go at any time as well. Koulibaly the same, and Grezda. I think there's a big load of them only be at Ibrox next year, mate.
Fox going in that
What did
team.
you think of the wee boy Middleton Saturday when he came on?
Looked like a wee boy, mate.
Aye, that's my take on it and all, by the way. I thought, I don't know if he's picked up on it. Did you see McGregor at him when they lost the goal? He went bananas at him, man.
He never went with his runner, mate. That's something now. That's one of these.
And I thought he ponied that one he went through in the goal and all. I thought he bottled it, mate.
Yeah, I think so. It was, by the way, that was a very poor goal for us to lose. Very poor goal.
Let it go, Bridge. Let it go.
I can't let it go. I hate these
No
things.
chance. I don't think we should let it go either, mate. Because I think that's the kind of goal we've been losing all season.
Oh, better me come on, and they're talking too much. I need a bit of sense here.
Well, really want me to talk about the goal of the winning the league. I'm quite happy to talk about winning the league.
Talking about winning the league, that cheers us all, doesn't it?
I'll tell you, by the way, see if we win the league.
So that'll be 34 grand. I reckon about 4 grand in a night out. What do you reckon?
I'll tell you better than that. My mate talked about it on Saturday. I was going in to put them not to win another league game this season, and he talked me out it.
That's a brilliant bet. A brilliant bet.
What was the price, mate?
I never got a price. I was standing there saying, I'm going to go up and get a price. And him and these other trainers talked me out it. And I was like, all right. They're talking about slipping a jacket on and buckling at the back for me. So I said, all right, I'll no do it. I'll stay clear of it. But I think you'd get 50, 60. I think you'd get 50 or 60 to 1 for that one.
Somebody was saying that they need 4 points to secure the league.
Yep.
And if based on what you're saying, if they would 4 draws, They
And a
can
defeat.
four draws. They'll still win the league, so they need at least 3 draws and a defeat, or 2 defeats, or 3 defeats.
No, they don't. It's only 4
Well,
draws
maybe
and
us.
1 defeat. No, 4
4
draws
draws
and
if
1
we
defeat.
don't win. 4 draws if we
Hey.
don't win, Bridge.
No.
You don't
I'm
need
saying
We can't get. We can't win
whoa.
over games if they get 4 draws.
No,
Can we?
what I'm saying is if they need 4 points to secure the league, irrespective of what we do, that's what they reckon.
Either 9. That's 9 points this new, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 9 and
Aye.
4 is 13.
Right, they only need 4. If they draw 3 of their
I'm
games
saying
and
that-
we pump them, then they'll only be getting 3 then, wouldn't they?
Absolutely.
No, listen,
I'm
guys,
trying to say that.
the start of the start of the split, they were 13 points ahead of us at the start of the split. No, they were 11 points ahead at the start of the split. Right, 4 draws and 1 defeat, and we win it. We win it with goal difference. Now they're down to 9 points with 4 games to go. So it's three draws and a defeat, and we win it in goal difference again.
Correct. All I'm saying
So-
is that they need.
So it's
they
not
need
impossible.
I know it's not. And by the way, their bottle will be going for two things. If they go to come to Ibrox and they're in really poor form, you know what I mean? They'll know like
That's a banker. Yeah, mate, that's a banker. That's the defeat they're getting. That's a banker. We're going to slaughter them when they come up there.
Jim, what do you think of Albert? He's pretty.
That's
He's
brilliant,
in
by
good
the way.
form.
I know.
He's
You know,
in
it'd
good
just be
form,
good
isn't
to
he?
take it to the last game of the season with it. Oh, I think their arses would go.
I think it's already went.
Aye,
I think they've imploded. They've imploded. I'm telling you guys, calm down. We're sitting in easy street.
I believe they're.
I think, I'll tell you something, by the way. I think if we get it down to less than 10 points, I don't think it could be a bad season. I know we've done nothing in the cups, but I think you get it down to get them down to single figures, with a wee boosterless.
Well, we're that to know. It's 9.
It's down
That's what I'm
there
saying.
now.
I think if we can get it down a wee bit more, mate.
We're getting it down to nothing. We're not beating them in goal difference. I'm telling you.
Well, let's go back to the point that the bounce.
Oh, they would die. The whole club would just implode. They would
let's
just
go back
implode.
Let's go back to the players that played yesterday. Albert.
Yep.
Okay, just say stay or go. Yeah. Thoughts.
Go.
Polster.
Stay.
Keep them.
Well, you need to stay his matches from the does all the videos. Macaulay.
Go.
Go.
Who?
Worrell.
Go.
Barisic.
Go.
Stay.
Oh,
Stay for
Halliday.
me.
Stay.
I'm stuck in the middle with him.
Halliday, stay. Stay.
Dorrans.
Stay.
Hard one. I'd say go.
Don't know.
We like
know.
Stay.
Graham, but we like Graham, but
We haven't seen him,
Morelos.
Ox.
Morelos.
We see-
Go.
He's away.
Lafferty.
Aye.
Away.
Oh, okay. I shouldn't have brought him back. I'd drive him. I'd take him to the airport, mate.
You're going to be
Can
busy.
we get our money back off of Hearts?
Koulibaly.
I'll take 16 quid off him and I'll let him go.
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 Gresda.
Go.
Go.
No seen enough of the guy.
Pretty much we're keeping there was nobody to get 100% back, even Dorrans, Morelos, Halliday. Halliday get the most back, but most of the players are away, folks, according to the panel.
See the Doran thing. I seen. I don't know when he's going for the fall. I seen a post the other day. A guy put on it and said that they heard they were going to terminate his contract.
Well, you don't know.
Dorrans.
They might give him a free if he's surplus to requirements, because he's quite well liked, and getting a free is sometimes a reward to a football player, you know. Fox, how do you see it? You've been very quiet there.
I would like Fodds to stay. I think he's a good backup keeper. Polster, we haven't seen enough of. Macaulay, go. Worrell, go. Barisic, go. Halliday, I'm not sure whether he's good enough to stay, but a good utility player if we do keep him. Dorrans, I'd let him have another 6 months and see 6 months at the start of the season up at Christmas time, see how he's doing. Morelos, for me, must stay. Lafferty go, Koulibaly go, and Gresda go.
You're pretty much the vast majority is away for you as well. There's big wages in that group, isn't there?
Correct.
Big wages. That'll throw up tens of thousands of pounds.
Well, see that Foderian, Barisic, Grezda, and Morales. They're for money. They're for transfer. That's for the transfer kit. That's why I'm telling you, they go. I want the money back in so we can reinvest
and improve.
Improve, mate. Aye.
I'm hoping Jamie Murphy comes back. I think he's a player that we've missed mega.
Oh, yeah.
I think Murphy. I've got to GFK, but I think Murphy would have had at least a dozen goals.
Easily. I think he's a player that could have opened up teams and we were struggling to open them up, mate.
He's 10 behind GFK.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. While you guys were talking there, you remember a few weeks ago I wrote down the 11 I thought would go then.
Aye.
So I've found it here, mate, on my pad here. So at that time, I said Ford, Tav, Flanagan, Macaulay, Worrell, Koulibaly, Dorrans, obviously Kent, because I don't think we'll be able to afford them, Lafferty, Grezda and Morelos. That was a squad. I think I still think that Tav will go for money. I think somebody will come in for him. And that's the ones that I think. I think we'll keep Defoe and I think we'll keep Davis. Dorrans will definitely go. And Jamie Murphy, you know my thoughts on Jamie Murphy. I think he's a fantastic player, and I think
same here, Jimmy.
I think that once he gets there, his injury, it was unfortunate it happened on the carpet Bulls Park. So I'm looking forward to seeing him next season. As I said earlier on, guys, I'm really looking forward to next season. I know all Bears get his money on the 55, and I hope it comes for him, and I hope it comes for us all. But really looking forward to what we can add to this squad next season. I would like to see Graham Dorrans there, but I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately, because I do rate Graham Dorrans. I think he's a good player, but I think he's become an injury-prone player, so unfortunately, I don't think that will happen. So, but I definitely see Jamie Murphy playing a big part of my team next season, and I think could be able to contribute with a few goals for us as well, Oxshire.
The problem you've got there, Jimmy, with Murphy, though, is it's not every player that comes back for cruciates now. I know some of them do, but some of them definitely don't. You know.
Plus the way he plays, Blue Star, he's
correct.
Correct.
It's a difficult one. We would all like to see him back, but we don't know. We really don't know.
Since he done his, mate, he's just not been able to do the same moves.
Exactly.
He could be the guy to replace Cadiz.
Aye.
How much wages do you, being conservative, how much wages do you think if maybe 8 or 9 of the players goes? Would you be fair to say it's close to 100 grand a week?
More.
Remember.
That's more.
That's a team I've rhymed off you, and the positions basically. You know, if you get through that, you know, most of these guys are on between 10,000-15,000 a week, easy. Some of them. Worrell will be on it. Worrell will be on a good fight.
Dorrans and Murphy are both on more than 10.
Morelos will be on a good wage. So
Morelos, we really don't know about. It's been increased twice. Nobody knows what he's on, but it'll be a considerable amount of money.
I mean, I don't want to see Morelos go. I think the money, if they get offered the money that I think that he could go for, then I think it's a no-brainer for me, and it's got to be taken. But the time will tell. But it was interesting what Fox said the other night, and I think if a decent offer comes in, I mean, the Fox loves Tavernier, and I like Tavernier myself, but I think if somebody comes in like Brighton or Wigan or whoever it is that's talking about buying him, if they come in with 3 million, I think Rangers will bite their horn off.
I think Fox is looking for double that, isn't he, Fox?
Oh, aye, definitely.
It's not worth 6 million.
Worth more than that, Jimmy.
Sometimes I don't understand us, mate. We're quite willing to sell Morelos, sell Tavernier, top goal scorer, top assistant, and we think we're going to get people to replace them very easily. I don't. If we want
Morelos can't be allowed to go out that door unless somebody's...
But nobody's saying that we want him to go, Fox. What I'm saying is that if an offer comes in at 10-15 million, do you think Rangers will knock that back? Do you think we're in a position to knock that back? Do you think there's 30, 40, 50 million to buy players and paying them for the next 5 years. I don't.
Who thought last Christmas we'd got back 8 million for him?
That's like saying you would sell your house because there's always a chance you'll get a tent to stay in, mate. 20 million for Morelos sounds great, absolutely great, and everybody thinks it's good for the club. So what happens if it takes you 5 transfers amounting to £3 to £4 million a time, mate, to try and replace him? The only person that will want to leave Ibrox is Morelos, mate. And I don't know if he really does want to leave. I think a lot of it's paper talk. And if the club are wanting to do the best for the fans, they should do everything to persuade him not to go. If he's that good, mate, we'll get 20 million the next year for him. Maybe more.
Possibly.
If we're serious, Jimmy, you don't get rid of your 2 best players.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying here, look, Fox, you know it better than I do. We're not that team anymore that can go out and spend the millions. We need to sell players to bring other players in. And a lot of fans, and myself included, I'm partly included in that, is that I think it's a liability at times, and I can understand that he's getting kicked with pillar to post in some games, and they're getting into him. But look, we can't afford that. I want to see Alfredo Morelos on the park every game. I don't want to be going to see Rangers and thinking, oh, here we go again. Another booking early on is going to get sent off. If that's going to be the case, then get rid of him. But I want to keep him. But if somebody comes in with 20 million, I'd sell him. Because I don't think they're better.
I probably think most of the support would agree with you, Jimmy. But if we're serious about getting back to where we were, mate, we need to do everything possible to keep players like Tav and Morelos.
And you come, Jim?
Tav people are saying that.
But they'll probably agree with you, I don't think he should be allowed to go out the door without a replacement for him.
What Fox is saying is getting the replacement ain't that easy.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I don't think they can let him go then. I think it was the pure folly to let the guy go without having a replacement for him.
And I don't think JFK's saying he wants him to go. He's just been realistic. If a certain amount of money comes in as an offer, you've got to see maybe there's a clause in his contract to let him go, or an agreement, or a gentleman's agreement that once it reaches a certain amount, well, you have to be allowed to speak to him, and you don't know how that's going to turn out. What about the Tav one? Albert, what's your impressions of Tav?
Tav's a fantastic player. There's no getting away from it. I mean, the boy is a fantastic player. As we said before, a few shows back, the stats prove it. The stats prove Tav. I mean, the argument is of what he's worth and what he's not worth and all that. That's talk academic. It makes no difference. Just look at his stats, and that tells you everything you want to know about Tav. He's defensive. He's a bit weak, but see the defensive stuff. I told you before. You can train shaved apes to defend. It's easy. Defending's the easiest part of the game. And you can teach a good coach will teach Tav how to do that. As for selling him, if the right amount of money comes in, he'll go. There's no doubt about it. We're not even in the position to argue it. Same as Morelos. I don't want the two of them to go. I mean, I think Fox thinks I'm wanting them out the door. I don't want them out the door. I'd love to keep them and add quality to them. But facts are life. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I wish it could happen. The investment somewhere comes in and we just boost the team that way, that'd be great. But I think we need to generate it ourselves.
I laughed at the other day there that I don't know what paper or what radio it was, but they were creaming themselves about the Maniac at Celtic being the player of the year, how he's assists and his goals and all the rest of it. If you look at Tavernier, he scored more goals and I think he's had more assists than him.
Exactly.
He said more assists than Morelos. Look at it that way. If you look at the EFL now, you look at their game down there now, you look at the right backs that are playing for England, and I keep bringing this point up. You tell me a better right back for defending and going forward than Tav, and I'll tell you right now, there ain't one. They're all much the same, the guys that are playing for England right now. None of them are great in defence, but they're all pretty good going forward, and that's Tav. Name me a right back that's great at defending in the English game. There isn't one. Name me a left back in the English game that's great at defending and good at going forward. There isn't one.
That's the modern game, isn't it, Blue? That's
exactly.
What they want to do. That's what they want to do.
It's all about going forward.
Oh, here, can I just change the thing a wee bit? Did you mention at the start of the show about the Rangers reserve result today?
We did. We were talking to Blue Star. It was we talked about the 4-each game. We got that mixed up. Just quickly the reserves with the 1-4-1 today, and we're now
in a playoff.
3 goals clear.
Yeah.
And
Rangers TV are going to try and show it. Okay, on you go, pal. Sorry.
They're due to play on Friday, I believe.
Yeah.
The team's written we're due to play on Monday, but there's talk about the games being played simultaneously.
Yeah, they're talking about maybe moving the two of them now.
Obviously, their game will be cancelled on Friday and moved to July, yeah.
Yeah, but I was just going to ask, do you think it'll be a full fixture card this weekend?
Oh, you can think that. I can't possibly comment.
Incidentally, see that clip that Fox played there on Stevie G.
Yep.
See how he came out and he said it was a game of 2 halves. The first half was abysmal, and the second half they obviously came back into it. Who exactly started in that first half? Do we know?
We're assuming that the All Bears started.
That's what I'm saying. See for them to before nothing doing. See for them to before nothing doing. That was absolutely shocking. For them to come back in the second half and score 4 goals, that's a complete turnaround. That is a game of 2 halves. I mean, to before nothing doing is shocking.
That's why I mentioned about his comments and actually releasing one of the Rangers videos. He doesn't usually do that in these bounce games. I found that he knew what he was talking about, and I think the people who he knows he's talking about are not going to be there shortly.
Exactly.
That's why I mentioned it prior to, obviously before the cultural music came on. That's what I was saying. I thought his comments were very strange, and then I'm releasing one of the Rangers TV videos. I think he was just letting people know that he knows the whole of them can't be trusted.
Yeah.
Fox, were there any well-known names in the Liverpool team?
Nobody seems to know. The regular was an under-23 team.
An under-23 side, but you can bet it was packed with decent quality, mate. You know.
But it sounds good that they came back. I think that's what Gerrard was hinting on. He's telling you that's what he was more impressed at, that the ability to fight back. I mean, that's his nature, isn't it? He's done it with Liverpool all his career, just dragged them out of situations single-handedly. So he knows what he's talking about when it comes to that type of player.
But the point being, Albert, the very fact he mentioned that he brought on 4 subs, and that he's more or less saying in that interview that, in his opinion, they more or less done more than what the team in the first half does. That's very telling.
Yep.
That's him telling you straight. Well, see these guys, most of these guys that started that first half, they're not going to be there. He wants them out.
Right.
I thought his comments were pretty hangry when he said that he found out more than that game than he did the whole season.
Yeah.
That's been the attitude.
Of course it is.
He also spoke about the young boys as well, saying that although they've got plenty of talent, they haven't got the physicality to be moved up to the first team. I thought that was an interesting point you brought up as well.
Yeah,
very honest in that, Fox, because people think it's an easy stride that from youth football to men's football. As Bridge will tell you, going back all the years, it's a big step up, isn't it, Bridge?
Massive step up. Massive.
More so when you're playing for Rangers. You know, I know. It's been a wee bit to Dave Smith and ever since it.
Well, guys, there was the last few games where Middleton was getting all the plaudits playing in the reserves. Now, to be fair, Stevie G, he brought him on at the weekend. And let's be honest, for me, he didn't play well at all. With the
I agree 100%.
You know, so then what happened today? He went back into the reserves and scored another 2 goals. Maybe the pressure is getting to him when he is getting in the team. You know,
remember there's a fear factor. Remember, there's a fear factor, guys. Youngsters are always that wee bit more wary. When they first get put in, sometimes they've been given a wee bit, shall we say, hypnotising for the manager. Get out there and just get tore right in the day, and they don't really care about things. After a few games, maybe they start to care because they get whacked a couple of times, you know. And that's maybe what you saw with that boy Middleton. Yeah, that one go through with the goalkeeper. That was never a goalkeeper's ball, ever.
But guys, see, remember last night I was talking about the Colts and that. We see that Liverpool team that played against the Gers. I would guarantee that that's the team that they play. Their under 23 academy team, which play in their own league down in the EPL. And I've watched them a few times, and I tell you, they've got some cracking players in it. And this is where it comes down to about what we're talking about, and no want to get rabbit hole about it much again, but this is where Scottish football's falling down. We need a Colt team, a Rangers Colt team in one of the leagues in Scotland so that the boys can learn to take the man's tackle. That's what football's all about. Go out there and learn how to take a tackle. And understand what Brad said about, sometimes you can go right in for a Rangers player and that, but look, you need to learn somewhere. And for me, the reserve football that Rangers are playing is taking teams abroad and playing tournaments is good, but they need to get competitive football every week. And for me, that's where the reserve leagues are some sort, if that's what we want to call it. But for me, Rangers should be allowed to put a Colt team, same as other Premiership teams, in the Championship and leagues further doing that, because I think that's the only way that the boys will ever learn. And I think that proved with the Liverpool team that were beating Rangers 4-0 to come back, and Rangers obviously weighed at 4-each, but that shows you that they've got no bad wee team down there, and that's their Colt team, we'll call it a reserve team. So we should learn from that, and I think that's why Steven Gerrard had the game, and Mark Allen's obviously taking note of what's happening. So let's see how we progress with that one, guys.
Well, Mark Allen's come out with that, Jimmy. He's come out and said he's been stonewalled with the suggestion for Colt teams. He said that. Now you look at, everybody keeps going on about the boards and all that, and other people outside Rangers are all going on about Ajax. Now listen, that model will never work for Rangers. That's just pie in the sky nonsense. And I'll tell you how it'll no work, because the Dutch FA is a forward-thinking FA. They've seen the light. They're forward-thinking. In fact, they've suspended all. See, for the semi-final for the Ajax team, they've suspended all league games. Now you look at the Scottish FA. They're not ducking dark ages. They're not interested. They're all self-preservation.
That's what I said last night, Albert. I approached the subject last night, and I said exactly like you are, that the SFA aren't interested. Mark Allen had a cracking article about it, so, but without going too deep, it's something that needs to be sorted. That team that Liverpool sent up would have been a tasty wee team, and they would have been fit. And I bet some of our young boys, even the Glenn Middleton, would have been surprised how fit that young Liverpool team is. I've watched them 4 or 5 times this season, and I've watched a few, and they've got some cracking players in their team. Boys at 18, 19, 20, and they're really, really good. They've got a good under-18s team as well. So we need to learn for that. No just Rangers. I think Rangers are doing the right thing, but I think Scottish football as a whole needs to have a look at other models, at other countries, how they run their leagues.
Jimmy, most of the top leagues in Europe have got the Colt system. Most of the top leagues in Europe have got that, apart from Scotland. But we'll never have it. Because I hear that the hatred and the one-upmanship and all the look after yourself and maybe Berwick Rangers, Alloa and all that, we don't want that because that's no right, and other bigger clubs suggesting that it might damage their profile or whatever crap they talk. But the Dutch FA show the way ahead. They're showing you how it should be done. Ajax every 5-10 years produce players and teams, and everybody goes, we all should copy them. What, in Scotland? Are we kidding ourselves on? Never happened. Never happened.
Do you not think that game at Ibrox was a wee look at the talent that could be available next season for loan as well?
Well done, folks. Yep. I said that last night. There's a few good boys in that team. You might be right there, pal. That might be
when you mentioned looking at talent, I thought Matt Polster's wife must have been watching him.
Do we think Kent will go at the door? Do you think?
Kent's in some excellent games for us. And a couple of the big games against Celtic, he's been excellent. The boys seems to have bought into it. It might be his decision, if he's happy, and it depends how much of a contract he's going, because I can't see him getting into the Liverpool first team squad as it sits at the moment.
And he's also already had four loan moves down there, and that is certainly unsuccessful for him. This is the first season that the guy's been playing regular football, so that might work in Rangers' favour, and maybe Liverpool will allow Rangers to have him at least in another year's loan. We don't know that one yet.
I think it would be a real benefit to Kent and, of course, Rangers. I think it would be a real benefit to him. He's absolutely blossoming up here. And if he can keep going, and I'm not being funny when I say this, if he can keep going, he'll build a great foundation for his own career. And then Liverpool just won't be able to, shall we say, keep him out on loan. They'll have to take him.
I think that'll be tested if Liverpool get a
absolutely
fee, and then I think it'll be
yes, absolutely. I don't know what they value the boy at. They might be coming with something really ridiculous. I mean, he's never actually made it anywhere. He comes to the Rangers, and it takes him a couple of months to get settled in, and then he starts to sparkle, and he's playing really well. And I don't know whether you can obviously turn on a £16 million for a couple of failures at loan level, and then it's one real good success, which is us. I hope, by the way, the Rangers, whatever they do, they come to some great arrangement with him, because he's a smashing player. He'll be a big asset to us, whether he's on loan or not. It's a far better
another one.
asset.
Does he walk back in the team on Sunday?
Who?
Does he walk back in on Sunday?
No, not for me. Not for me.
Well, there's Eric Green. Another talent that we turn and say, nah, they wouldn't get in the team. I think he might replace Kinnear. I think he could be the one that can replace him.
He's had 2 days out. This is a really, really big game. Hence the reason why I was saying earlier, our manager's got a massive decision to make. We need to win this game. If we're going to keep the pressure on our opponents across the city, then we need to win this game against Aberdeen for a number of reasons. Our own reason as well, for revenge. But really, we need to win. We're at Ibrox. We need to show them what we can do. And the team that we've got running now is doing that at the moment. But I wish the manager had all the luck in the world for picking the team. He's got a rare talent there in Kent. And for me, you would think, generally, oh my God, he'll walk right in any team in Scotland, that boy. He's absolutely marvellous. But the pressure's on, really and truly. I don't know what to say.
Here's another way of putting the question that Oxford put to us all. If they drop any points on Saturday, does your manager change your team in any way, shape or form for Sunday?
No.
As a starting 11?
No.
That's a really good question. That's a really good question there, Lustar. We don't know. That's why I'm saying the manager's got a massive, massive headache. And they normally say it's a good headache, but there's been young Kent, who's been a star for us, and you've got Morelos, who's a high scorer. So anybody who's going to leave those two, I'm not saying for Sunday, he's not available for Sunday, but for young Kent, who's been a star player for a number of weeks, maybe even months, do we bring him in? Well, no, we're playing quite well, and we'll deal with him.
But he's not got any headache at all. No, he's not got any hard decision or any headaches at all. There's no pressure on us whatsoever. This is all toffee. This is all shooty into the end of the season. I'm telling you. Because put it this way, if he changes the team, think it this way: if he changes that team and Rangers get beat, which they won't, but if they get beat, how stupid does he look? I mean, he's going to go, everybody's going to turn around and go, what did you change a winning team for?
Correct.
He's no chance of changing that team. That team that was played against Motherwell in Hearts is the same team that's going in again, I'm telling you. And they should go in again.
Yeah.
And
I'm not saying anything like that. All I'm saying is that the manager, you ask yourself the question and you think, no, why would you change the team? The team's playing really well, good football, scoring goals. Do you change it? But big headache, huge headache,
It's no, to me, it's, see, the only one and they were drawing and you're going, who they'll bring in and the formation's no working and they're playing rotten. That's a headache. You're going, how do I sort this? You know what I mean? But you're sitting, you've stumbled upon a system that's working with a group of players that's gelling, and you sit and go, and they're playing some good, let's be honest, they're playing some rare football and they're scoring some cracking goals, and you're saying, what's the headache? Where's the headache here? All that's happening when Morelos and Kent come back. All that's happened is you're strengthening your bench to me. There's a cracking bench now. So you've got Morelos and Kent on, well, no this game, but you'll have Kent on the bench this game, and then Morelos and Kent the next game. I don't see any problem here. I'm saying to myself, you must be sitting up there going, let's sleepless nights. I'm sleeping like a baby here. I've no problems whatsoever. That's the way I see it.
Who's the most contented manager then at the moment? Bizarrely, our manager or their manager? Blue Star?
Right now, it's got to be ours.
Bizarrely, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, because they're the team that's sitting at the top. But they're not playing well at all. Whereas we've been winning our last 3 games and we've been scoring goals. They've no.
In style. We've been winning in style, Blue.
Correct. So, and we've got provisionally, you could possibly say, our best 2 players still to come back. So that's why we're debating that tonight. We're basically playing without 2 of our best players are out, and yet we're winning our games. So, as the guys are saying, for me, he can't change the team. He's got to carry on as long as they're winning.
Aye, how do you see it, Jim?
I totally agree with you, man. Honest, man. I just keep on thinking back, man. 2 more wins, man. 2 more wins out of 3 draws, man. That's nothing.
Oh, hey. Next 2 games. Win next 2 games, and they don't do well. Oh, my God. They'll be out and they'll be greeting, there'll be blood in the streets, I'm telling you. They'll go absolutely crazy.
How significant could be that Dav goal we lost at Parkhead?
See if Lennon doesn't win this league. See if Lennon doesn't win this league, he'll be sent out of Parkhead to purgatory, that's for sure.
Never mind the next 2 games. See if they don't win their game at Parkhead on Saturday. Oh boy.
They won't.
Well, see if that happens, boy, oh boy. Talk about pressure. They will know pressure.
I'm telling you, see if they don't win on Saturday, guys. See if they don't win on Saturday, man. That Lennon and that Griffiths will be sharing the same straitjacket. I'm telling you.
but like Bridgeman, still finger in the socket. I still watch sports scene and that, and I tell you guys, the interview that Popcorn Teeth gave, it looked as if he'd been dragged through a hedge, right? Oh, he was in a bad way, man. He looked, he's under pressure. So he's under pressure to get his wee cushy job. And let's hope he gets
Jimmy, they don't want him. I don't know how many hires, mate. They don't want him, mate.
We want him. Him or Stevie Clark will do me. But as you say, Doc, Ger, it's quite bizarre that our manager looks like the one who's got less pressure than and it's all bare saying, Jim, and look, a draw for them on Saturday, and then they're up at Chateaudray the next weekend, so and the shite could hit the fan, and then they need to come to our paradise, as they call their shitty place, they need to come to our Mecca and try and win that game, which they'll not win it. But I'm with all there. I'm sober tonight. I'm thinking we can win this.
But is it not just great we're in still at this time of the year, coming up to the last 4 games and we're still in a title race? Yeah. And we're the favourites to win it. Magic, love it.
Favourites to win it.
Brilliant. Jim, see that goal they scored at Parkhead? Don't think of that as that'll come back to haunt us. That's us giving them a goalie a start, mate. They need that to make a grace of this. We're gobbling them.
He's a shocker, that all bit, isn't he?
Yeah, guys, I think somebody's got a patchy in here.
Here, Fox, we'll be in the papers tomorrow again.
Absolutely brilliant.
Anyway,
how's the golf all better? Have you qualified for home?
Oh no, I'm going to play Wishaw tomorrow, and I've not played since last week because I've been doing things. Her birthday on Monday, then I took her down to Helensburgh.
Stuck her nose bag. Taxi driver, you can play all this golf.
Aye, she's I stuck her nose bag on and walked about Helensburgh, and then drove her down to Arica, her and her mum. So it was a nice wee day on Monday there.
What a shocker. Stuck her nose bag on.
Good to see the man, isn't he? Dead JFK.
Hey, all bears a man after me and heart. There's nothing better than taking him out and giving him a nose bag so they know what it's all about.
Jimmy, what's the matter? You've not been on Radio Clyde, mate.
Oh, I'm banned, mate.
I think I'm barred in on, mate.
Myself and Blue.
What did you say? What did you say, Jim?
For me?
Denver.
I've been on it umpteen times. I usually go in after these, Jimmy.
Let me cut across you. How we doing, Denver Bear?
Hey guys, how we doing, lads?
Hello, Denver. Where have you been?
I've been worried about you.
Back in the saddle again, guys. Back in the saddle.
How's things, mate? What's on your mind?
Just doing all right. I've just got a bone to pick with Jimmy from Knightswood here. Jimmy, you got me doing all kinds of translations here. I was working way down south west corner of Colorado in the winter there.
Where about you, Alabama?
Right, Denver, on you go.
And all the guys I'm working with is, all you get is, hey, Scary, what the hell's a spoon burner? Hey, Scary, what the hell's a pedo dome? Hey, Scary, what the hell's a puddle drinker? Jimmy, you're causing me all kinds of hassle, my man.
Well, all you need to tell them, Denver, is Rangers' next 4 games, right, are against the sheep shaggers, the spoon burners, the puddle drinkers. What will we call Kilmarnock? We'll call them
the pie eaters.
Oh, the pie eaters. I forgot the horrible pies. There you go. So it's the sheep, spoon burners, the puddle drinkers, and the pie eaters. There you go.
Good stuff, Johnny.
Here's a wee thought for you, by the way. Everybody's talking about we're not going to take tickets for Kilmarnock last game of the season. I'm sure this game was good at this last game of the season, man. You think I'll be want them?
Denver, how's things, mate? How you? I've not heard from you for a while. We've been worried about you.
Well, thanks very much, guys. I've been doing all right. I bounced back. I had a wee bit of a bad time there, but you can't keep the old Denver Bear down, you know. These Americans are not going to drop me here, you know. So, it's all good. The family's good and all that, you know. So, I'm back on the road again and all that stuff. So, you know, I've just been listening to you reviewing the season. I've listened to you every day for months on end. But you know what? There's very, very few games we've not dominated in this season. And, you know, I'm delighted with the football we're playing, man. I really look forward to watching the Rangers again, you know, after the last couple of years, you know. Just fantastic stuff. You know, the football is just great. And you can see, you know, I've got the same feeling as I had when they did their first 9 in a row. And I kept saying to the arseholes, just hang in there, because your day's coming. And that's the way I feel the new Ox. It's going to happen, boys. We're just on the verge of something really big. Trust me.
Well said, Denver. Well
hope you're
said.
right, Denver. I hope you're right.
I don't think they're far away from them.
No, not at all.
Who's the man that's impressed you?
You know, overall, Big Katic, I love, so glad to see that big guy back, because he's got balls of steel, that big guy, you know. Young Kent, all these, you know, they're all one and another, they're all playing well, you know, and the Gerrard effect is fantastic, man. I just can't get enough of that guy, you know. Just fantastic. I could do without this 5 o'clock in the morning kick-off right enough, you know. That's a load of hen's pish, man.
Remember the days you were just coming in at that time?
Oh, I know. Aye. I was before I turned 63, Ox, you know.
That's after he makes his second million. I need that. Are you there, Denver boy?
You're a shocker, Denver Bear.
Oh, I know. Nothing much changes much, Bridge, does it? Nothing much changes, you know.
Love it, pal. Just love it.
Aye. It's good to talk to you guys. But anyway, I'm going to have to dash, boys, but keep up the good work, and I'll call you soon. All the best, guys.
Cheers,
well
Denver.
Done.
Brilliant.
Cheers, Denver.
Cheers, Denver.
Here's the team versus Chelsea.
Don't worry about it, Jim. We put it on your bill.
Sorry, don't worry about it. I'm using the waste minutes anyway.
All the best, guys. Take care.
Cheers, Denver. Jim, give your last thoughts before we go to the bridge, mate.
I just think your show's fantastic, man. You guys, you're doing a great job. Just keep up the good work.
It's a support show, mate. We just happen to be
it's good, fantastic. Good banner, good stories. Jimmy, see on the Radio Clyde thing, see a wee thing. See that Alex from Park Heath? Emmett's always on doing his mouth in it, but how it was only one Brendan. I actually spoke to him, Jimmy. He was actually telling us that wee McCulloch was phoning him all the time to go on it. That's how he was getting on all the time.
Aye. Nah. I get banned anyway, mate. This is the best radio show in the world, so
big time.
Better off here than there.
Oh well, Bridge, there you
It's
go.
cheaper, isn't it? It's cheaper, Jimmy.
It's cheaper for me anyway, because
I get wages here. That's no bad.
Well, that's what I mean. It's cheaper. You get. At least Fox is good to you. That's for sure. You're his blue-eyed boy. You. I'll tell you.
Oh, lovely. I like to hear that.
Right, guys, I'm going to say good night to you and keep up the good work. I'll be back on sometime soon. Thanks very much for letting me on. Good night, guys. See you later, guys.
What I will say, JFK, is you're on double what Bridge is on.
Absolutely.
Bridge, man.
What can I say? What a great night. Another great night for discussions and things like that. And a lot of wisdom and a lot of lunacy as we throw everything together into the melting pot. But really and truly, fantastic. Great ideas coming out. Great thoughts. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, particularly Rangers fans here on Rangers Radio, every single one of us, please keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers are doing well now, and we really need us. They really, really need us. Keep it going.
Can I thank Allbear, Jim, Denver Bear? Who else phoned in? Who phoned in at the start? Who did I miss? Anyway, George Logan, Bridge Fox, JFK, Blue Shadow, and of course, Old School Boy in the background with the lovely Tanya doing the technicals. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11 talking about all things Rangers, and it was great to hear from Denver Bear. Take it away, Old School.